What's up, UHoops? This is Donald. I'm here with Borin, Scottsdale League Coordinator, Jovan Wright, Tempe League Coordinator, Brandon Walker with the Bulls guard, part of our media staff this season. The season's finally over. You guys excited for the playoffs?
Yeah. The regular season's kind of long, but I'm ready to go. It should be fun. It should be a lot of fun, especially going Scottsdale versus Tempe. So.
Yeah, I think that's the most exciting piece of it, the new format, having the top 4 teams from Scottsdale play the bottom teams from Tempe and vice versa, Tempe playing Scottsdale. I think having that new mix, having that unknown presence, playing against somebody you don't know, it's going to add a lot of excitement to the playoff format.
Something to prove, too.
Exactly.
I got to ask Brandon, though, before we get started, since he plays for both the Bulls and XOver, what are you going to do, man, if you guys face off in the finals?
Well, I have to run with my Bulls. That's my original squad, and we've won a few championships together, so I have to stick with them.
There you have it.
Crossover fellas, but I got to stay with the Bulls.
So you went with the #1 seed. That's a hard call, man.
Yeah. That's tough, Brandon.
Number 5.
All right, well, yeah, let's get started. So we have 8 matchups, so we have a lot to talk about. We'll start with game 1, which will be basically, it'll be this Thursday night. We got a team to beat, the #1 seed from Scottsdale, led by Joe Harms and Brad Carroll, going against the #8 seed, led by our very own Jovan Wright. Since you're on the team, we'll go with you, Jovan. What do you think? What do you think is going to happen in this game? You guys think you guys have a chance, or what's up?
Do we have a chance? Yeah, you know what? Our team is better than it looks. On paper, we look good, but it's getting the chemistry together as a team that we haven't been able to do. Towards the end of the season, we're doing a lot better. We're playing better defense on the zone. If we can get 5 guys to show up, I mean, we'll play hard D.
That was my next question. Are you guys going to have 5 guys?
Yeah. If we have 5 guys, I don't know. They can't make it 5 miles away. I don't know if they can make it 20 or 30. So, but, it'll be fun. It's in Scottsdale. We might have something to prove to Scottsdale, but we'll play all right and see what we can do, I guess.
What do you think, Borin?
No, I think Javon's right, where I think they have the talent, but they weren't able to pull it off, only having 1 win. And with the playoffs coming through, you have a lot of chemistry. You got to have that. You're playing team to beat. That's a tough matchup right there. I mean, they came to Scottsdale and just pretty much blew the competition away, scoring like crazy. So it's going to be a tough matchup. I think team to beat's going to win actually almost hands down. But I'm rooting for you, man. But
Dylan, thanks for your props.
I'll cheer you on.
What do you think, Brandon? What's your predictions on that game?
Well, I think the Wolves, you guys have struggled all season to come up with some type of chemistry.
In the first half, we're good. Second half, we've been struggling every game.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I mean, we win every first half almost. I swear, we're about 2-3 points.
They actually hung with you guys in the first half. I remember in your game. I think it was tied up.
Yeah, but what happened at the end is what I'm saying.
We just can't bring it out, man. I don't know.
But listen, like the playoffs, the game, it's a cliche. The game slows down. It's true, even on this level. People start to care about calls and every possession, and so at that point you really got to play like a team, especially defensively. So no disrespect, but I think you guys are going to have a tough go at team to beat.
Thanks for your respect.
no disrespect.
All right. Let's move on to game 2. We're going to be here all night. So we have the #2 seed, the Phoenix Ballers, led by Tyrone Jones. They're going to be going against the bad guys, led by Mike Rose, James Braxton, and the guys from Tempe. I think the bad guys, they've just been a disappointment this season. They have the talent to me. They're all athletic guys, all can play, just haven't been able to put it together this season. I feel like there's a chance for an upset, but I'm not sure. What do you guys think?
You know what? They're physical enough. I mean, watching Phoenix Ballers play, Tyrone, he's real physical, but they'll match. I mean, James and Sam, they'll match their intensity that Phoenix Ballers play. It'll be a good game, though.
The thing about them is actually they're kind of a sleeper defensively. I think I may be wrong, but they're either 3rd or 4th in points allowed in the Tempe League. They just can't find enough offensive production to get a win. So I mean, Yeah.
Or it's not going to happen for him.
There's a chance. I mean, it could happen.
You
But
talked about earlier about Tyrone Jones. They're going to have their hands full with that. Who's going to be guarding Tyrone, you think?
they're going to have to put James on Tyrone, I think. Yeah. James.
Sam has pretty.
I'm going to be honest. I don't think there's anybody that can stop Tyrone on the block, though. He's going to get his. He's going to get his.
Yeah.
You have Brandon right here. How was it guarding Tyrone? Big Tyrone Jones on the block.
What'd you give him?
I got banged around, man. That was, and I don't consider myself a pushover, so.
He played good defense, but he's just a big man down low. He's just efficient. He's a big scorer, you know. And like you said, bad guys, probably the most disappointing team in the league. They had all the talent in the world. They coming through. They put it together a good squad, but I mean the 2-6 record is not gonna do anything with it. Phoenix Ballers quietly was one of the better teams. Tyrone Jones on there, Chris making jump shots, Anthony. They've got a good squad there, man. I think that's one of the better sleeper teams out there.
You think, though, like not seeing each other play, like being blind going into this game, do you think that affects anything?
Not the Phoenix Ballers per se, because I think they played together quite a bit. They're a good team. I don't think it's going to impact them at all.
Yeah, between them and the Bulls, they play the best as a team, as a unit. There's not really a superstar on either team, but I mean, it's going to be fun.
For the other teams that never played together, it might be a bigger deal. But with those teams, they're just going to play their game.
All right, we'll move on to our next game, Game 3. We have the number 3 SuperSonics, led by Darren Dorsey and point guard Aaron Brody. They're going to be going against the number 6 seed from Tempe, which would be the Monstars, led by Kenny Mahone, who's been struggling this season. They haven't had the same season they had last year. Kenny just they haven't had the help. What do you see going down in this game, Brandon?
Well, my man Kenny's been struggling, I think, and the team's been struggling because they lost a key part of their team in Tyler Labrum. We kind of poached him. You know, we made an off-season acquisition.
Buying championship.
Yeah. Hey, Gasol trade. But, you know, again, like, the game's going to slow down, and it's going to come to playing team ball. And if Kenny and those guys can learn to feed each other, I wouldn't count them out.
Well, unless Darren's there. Yeah. If Darren's there and drops 60, it's going to be a wrap. But
I've seen his stat line, and it's crazy.
Yeah. It's ridiculous.
It'll be fun. It'll be fun to watch SuperSonics versus Monstars. I mean,
the Darren Dorsey Kenny Mahone matchup is going to be nice. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, but Kenny's not fast enough to guard him. But it'll be fun if they do match up though, because Kenny's real physical. Yeah. So.
You got any thoughts for him?
No, like you said, the Monstars are not.
Who's gonna win?
They're not the same team from last year because Tyler's gone, Q's gone, so Kenny's had to take a lot of shoulder. Franny hasn't played that much, so Kenny's had to step up a little bit, and they just haven't won. And with SuperSonics, if Darren's there,
what's your pick? SuperSonics by like 20, 15, 10,
24.
24.
I'm gonna pull my Brandon Walker and make it a prediction by 24.
24. Where are you? They need you.
All right, yeah, we gotta pick up the pace, or we're never gonna get through this. So, we're gonna next game we have Game 4, number 4 Pink Canoes versus number 5 Who's Next. This is an interesting matchup. You know, we got Seth Robinson against Waylon Towns.
Their team's too slow.
2 superstars.
Pink Canoes.
Pink Canoes, but they have the size.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter with Waylon.
You got Twin Towers and Adam Grimes.
Adam Grimes is slow, and he can't shoot if there's a hand in his face.
That's Jovan Wright at gmail.com.
I'm being serious. I watched him last week, and no one was tall enough to even put a hand in his face. Last week he was hitting a bunch of jumpers and thought it was a joke, but I think if someone put physical with him, it would be a different story. And Who's Next? They got pretty physical guys. And I mean, Waylon, he's fast as hell.
So you think this is gonna be the first upset, probably, out of the top 4 seeds in Scottsdale? This might be the one game that.
If downtown, no, is it?
No, it's versus
Who's Next? If Who's Next shoots, like Dwayne, he gets hot. Daryl, if Waylon shoots, I mean, if they shoot good as a team, it'll be a really good game.
No, this is really a good matchup, I think. Like you said, you know, they've got size in the Pink Canoes. Who's Next got some athleticism. I might go with Who's Next as well too. I think Who's Next might be able to pull it out with that.
Well, Seth wasn't there last week either.
Yeah.
And their team is usually only 5 guys. So
I think it's Seth's there. I think Canoes takes this game. Yeah, he's gonna get his 30 and 15 easy. What do you think, Brandon?
I actually have to agree with these guys. I mean, Waylon providing ball pressure on the Pink Canoes point guards.
Lance Williams is not bad though.
Huh?
Lance Williams is not a bad guard.
Great player. I've actually had the pleasure of playing with him, but I don't think he has enough gas in the tank to last the whole game against Waylon's onslaught. You know.
I think that's the X factor. The speed and athleticism with Waylon. I'll push him over the top.
Shout outs to Waylon. If Waylon plays 44 minutes, is a wrap. Because usually he waits for the second half to start playing, but he can drop 50 if he wants. He just got to go for it. And if he does, Pink Canoes are in trouble.
All right, let's move on to Game 5. We have our very own Brandon here with XOver against number 4 Downtown, which is, I think it's going to be a great matchup. I was saying that XOver might be the one team to be able to pull off an upset and get pretty far in this with the veteran leadership that they have. Right? What do you think? I mean, that's your team.
This is tough, okay? Yeah. I would never go against my own team, all right? But given our recent history, the last couple of weeks, and the way we've played, if we play like that, we're gonna really struggle against this team because we got some.
If he gets 3 dunks on you.
Yeah. But the one thing is you guys do have size in XOver. So you guys do have the size to match up. They might not be as athletic as the guys from downtown, but
I don't see anybody stopping Fred. You know, Fred's offense is he'll get his points. You know.
And I think
Roberto.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a beast. Nobody's stopping him.
He's athletic.
You've got some big man, Dave, and the other dude, Lavelle. Has some size, but they're not as athletic as Roberto, man.
No, I think it's not going to be defensively. It's going to be offensively for XOver because the zone that they play, they're big, and it's you gotta move around. You gotta move the ball around against downtown because they just stand there.
Let me write that note down.
They're actually my most disappointing team from Scottsdale. I thought they'd actually be better. Being a 5th seed for them is really disappointing. I mean, they've had some troubles on defense. Fred's a scorer, you know, Brandon can score, but sometimes they just don't put it together all the time. Sometimes their big men just don't get it down. You know, they're not as consistent as they want to be, and I think that's what's killing them. They're going to play a team in downtown that has Roberto, you know, Travis is going to hit some threes, so they're going to struggle a little bit on defense, I think. So I think, to me, downtown should be able to pull this out.
All right, well, we're moving on to Game 6. We're going to have the number 3 Splash Brothers from Tempe hosting the TimeLifers from Scottsdale, the number 6 seed. What are your thoughts?
Splash Brothers is gonna wrap them up real quick. TimeLifers, they're just not a team to match up with Splash Brothers.
Borin, that's one of your favorite teams in Scottsdale.
Yeah, and we can talk about the tiebreaker here because there were 3 teams that finished 7-1. We had the Splash Brothers, the Bulls, and Hashtag. What it came down to was the defense in Tempe. So, you know, the Bulls with the lockdown defense with this perimeter defense guy named Brandon Walker. Oof,
yeah, the best defender I've ever seen.
Clamping down. Yeah. But they were able to pull out the 1 seed in a surprising match. Splash Brothers actually dropped down to number 3. That surprised me a little bit. But you have Nick, you have all these players. I see it a big blowout. I don't see them struggling at all.
Yeah. The thing with the Splash Brothers, they'll score 150, but they'll allow 100 maybe.
Yeah,
they outscore their teams. That's how they win.
They average 105 points a game. They give up 87, 88, 89, 90 because they play such a fast-paced tempo.
Yeah, so. It's gonna come down to later in the playoffs to if they can stop someone.
I just don't see anybody on TimeLifers being able to stop Nick. That's it.
TimeLifers did beat them in the regular season, though. Oh, well, that was in Scottsdale, but they only had 4 players.
Scottsdale, but they had 4 players.
Yeah, that's true.
By like 4 points.
What are your thoughts, Brandon?
I have to agree with Borin, but I will say again, I don't think the games will end up 120, 130 points, especially in the playoffs. You know, I'm sure the refs are going to call things tighter, and so I don't know. You know, I mean, they can definitely score. They'll probably get 90 because Nick's gonna have 45. You know, but they're gonna get through this round.
Yeah. This is all right. Well, all right. We'll move on to Game 7. We have number 2 hashtag guys from Tempe hosting the Pillsbury Be Boys, and yeah, Pillsbury Be Boys. Bazooka Mania, unfortunately, is over. They've been struggling since he left. But that was some good times. It was fun to watch. Those are some of the best 2 weeks.
I got a personal vendetta. I want Bazooka back. Bazookas, I want you back, buddy.
You need to come from overseas.
You hit a fadeaway on me.
And Donald. But yeah, I think hashtag's gonna probably cruise through this. This is pretty easy. It's gonna
come down and later in the playoffs. These top 3 seeds ain't gonna lose, but when they get down and later in the playoffs, it's gonna be who can stop who in the moments they need it.
Okay, just a better question. How many 3-pointers does Clayton shoot this game?
He's been averaging about 15 a game, so playoffs, I'm gonna say 19.
All right, 19 attempts, Clayton. You heard it here first. We're expecting 19 attempts.
No, and 18 makes, please. You might win.
Joe Holmes and Clayton, though, yeah, that's going to be 3-point city, though.
Hashtag put up, I think, 35 threes his last game. All they shot were 3-pointers, so. It might be high.
Maybe we should move that line back to the NBA line. You're right, Brandon.
Yeah, we need to.
All right, well, last game, we have the number 1 Bulls, defending champs, against number 8 Cobra Kai from Scottsdale. Since it's your team, Brandon, we'll let you start.
I missed Cobra Kai. I don't think I played against them in Scottsdale, so I have no idea what to expect. Okay.
They have a big man, Shane Zink, that's been putting up some ridiculous numbers, averaging like, what is he, 20 and 17 or something, yeah.
And the other kid, too.
So Tyler's going to have his hands full, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't think they're deep enough. Never seen them, but I don't think they're deep enough, you know. We pride ourselves on defense. I think that's what separates us from most of the teams in both leagues, actually. So I think they better come ready.
They better come ready or they're dropping 50.
You heard of Brown Wilson. You guys better come ready. What do you think?
I'm sorry, Brent, but it's the end of the road for you. The Bulls are a good defensive team. And you'll need a pep in your step because they play fast as well. So,
agree. I mean, Cobra Kai has 2 big players, Shane and Jordan. So Tyler's gonna have his hands full, like you said. But the Bulls are probably one of the better teams I've seen. They distribute the ball, they play defense. They probably had 25 steals the last game. They just play a non-stop, in-your-face kind of defense. So I don't think Cobra Kai is be able to get any shots off. So, I mean, Bulls are. I mean, they allowed 200 less points than the top 3 teams in the Tempe League. They allowed 468 points, whereas Splash allowed 664. Hashtag allowed 627. So, I mean, the numbers speak for themselves.
Hashtag and Splash Brothers, you need to play some more D.
Numbers speak for themselves, man. The Bulls, I mean, they should, cruise to this round easily.
Okay, last question. Let's just go. Who's gonna win it all? Your pick right now.
Start over Brandon, man. I gotta think about this.
Brandon Walker's not here. We won't even ask Brandon.
Man, I like the Bulls a lot because the addition of Tyler, it was huge. If you had to tell me to choose now, I would take the Bulls. I would take the Bulls to win right now.
The Bulls. Again.
So Borin's Bulls.
I might change it, but for now, I think the Bulls. From what I saw today, I like
a repeat. A repeat, Borin. Why are you going number 1 seed, Borin?
Hey, Bulls did win 3. They did win 3 in a row. In the NBA.
Who you like, Jovan?
Who do I like? The Bulls.
In the pool, man.
No, you know what? Like I said, it's going to come down to defense and playoffs. And Splash Brothers, you know what? If it was out of hashtag and Splash Brothers, I would take Splash Brothers because they almost had it versus hashtag. I think they'll take it this time. And then if it was out of the Splash Brothers and the Bulls, I'll take the Bulls based on their defense. Sorry, Nick, but I mean, it comes down to D, so good luck.
I think, all right, if you guys all want to go Bulls, I'll be the only one. I'm going to go Splash Brothers. I don't think Nick's going to lose again this year. I think he's still mad about last season, and I think if he gets to the finals, he's not going to let Splash. Plus, we're combining their teams. He's going to have Mark on his team. He's going to have basically both teams combined.
You know what?
He's going to have Richard and Mark, two athletic big men. If Brett comes back, yeah. Brett's in Austria now, playing overseas though. But if he comes back, they have the backcourt, they have the bigs, they have the shooters.
It's gonna be Splash Brothers and Bulls.
Yeah.
If no one comes out of Scottsdale, it'll be Splash Brothers and Bulls, and I'm gonna take the Bulls by 2.
The Bulls did lose to Splash Brothers first game, though, didn't they?
No, but
May I speak on that one?
Can I ask what the record was?
Brandon would like to speak.
I don't want to take anything away from the Splash Brothers because I enjoy playing against Nick, Brett, and because those guys can play and they make the league fun. But that matchup, we only had 4 people to start the game. Half of our team was injured. One of our big defensive boosts in Mark Canoes, he was out. So and the game there was only a 5-point difference in the game. So I think. Of all the teams in the league, I think the 2 of us match up the best together. But
they got Mark too. They didn't play.
But
They didn't play against Mark. If Mark shows up with Nick, it's gonna be good.
hey, we're taking it all.
If you can get Mark to get a couple tees, I think you'll be good to go.
Yeah, you get in his head. Yeah, I think you guys got it. The only thing is you guys have to go through each other to get to the finals, so that's not going to be unfortunately, that won't be a championship game since you guys are both matched up on the same side. But it'll be fun. I'm looking forward to it. You guys have any last words? Any thoughts?
No, it was a good season,
it's great.
It was really good. I enjoyed it. I thought the Tempe came out strong. Top 3 teams that come from there, so I'm looking forward to the playoffs, man.
Thanks, Borin.
All-Star game will be fun too.
All-Star game,
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that.
I want to say something. I want to thank you guys for making the league fun again. It was run very well, and it was a pleasure to play in. And I also want to say thank you for the refs, especially Perry. He made me say that. I want my money. No, but the refs have a tough job, and they get yelled at. Nobody thinks they foul, ever. So thank them for sticking with it.
You can keep going. I'm just kidding. All right, well, there you have it, guys. We'll see you guys here all Thursday night. Thanks for an amazing season, and good luck to all the teams in the playoffs.